Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Set 50, plant. 56. General West. Hey, Alpha. We got the hook.
On first down, Hopkins. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That one goes for 24 yards.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Operating from the gun, Hopkins steps away to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now on second down, this is Gurley. Big hold to the 30. And he's got some space here. And he gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 36 yards on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch her. He's crossing.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They try right side here. Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Todd Gurley. Touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But they're all...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tmacc in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. 2nd and 14. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
We got 3. Let's go now.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back to throw. Hopkins. And complete to Zach Ertz. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
48 Mike. They can't get it.
On 1st and 10, Hopkins, open man, Taylor Gabriel. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Mike, 48. Hey. What we got?
Now.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll let this go for the end zone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
I'm going back to you. Right there. 54, right there. 54 Mike.
I don't even know why his team showed up. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now listen. It's going to be a long day, offense.
Now Jackson. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Hopkins. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Come to me, it's me.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6. 5.
2nd and 6. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
48 Mike. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Back to throw. Hopkins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They run. It's Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Gurley again here on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to go down again. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Yes.
From the gun, Hopkins. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
No. Tighten up. Check 13.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, baby.
First down. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and 10.
Again they run with Gurley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Letting one go deep for the... And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On second down, Elliott. He's got the first down and more past midfield. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody to run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys,
Man.
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
48's the mic. Check, 48's the mic. Rabbit.
Throwing again. Hopkins. And that's Elliott, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
On the set.
That's another Dolphins. First and 10.
Throwing on first down. Hopkins. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Mike 48, Mike 48.
Hey, Delta.
2nd and 1. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Lutz good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go. Switch.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's just me and you. Let's go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Jackson going to throw again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Deion Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hopkins. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taking it about the 36. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check.
Here's Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Rush in.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Jets, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.